I ain't shit.
You got something for sure.
I got that ain't shit.
That was something.
Fuck!
Dude, I am coaching Justin because you're a beast. You don't need a coach. You're so good, you don't need to need your hand up.
He's more worried about his body than he is his head.
That's through the glove.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, your fight name should have been the statue.
That's a round. That's a heavy round.
Hey, his fight name should have been the statue.
Pan backwards. And forward.
I'll give you $100 if you can do it.
No hands?
No hands. $100.
I got a bigger upper body than he does.
You got to run as fast as you can, though. Run as fast as you can. Help momentum. Help your momentum. Run as fast as you can backwards.
I'm a little scared.
Dude, yes, I'll give you another try. Good fucking effort, dude. 100 times better than I pictured. I do not mean that as a bad. Come on.
My neck is break, I think. Damn.
Dude, one more time and just hit a sprint.
See, I did it.
Watch him hit it. Down. Yeah, here we go. Commit, $100.
What is that?
Not bad. Dude, not bad.
Freeze favor, how he landed.
Not bad. Watch how he grabs his one thigh.
Dude, he's so athletic.
20-second Joe.
And I saw him working with the backs. Bro, what the f is this?
What are you talking about? Same exact drill. Same exact drill. What are you talking? And you know it. You're laughing because you know it.
You know,
What are you
I
talking about?
don't f***ing know who's Joe. Who's Joe?
What? What?
So right now, I would say he's in really good shape. Has really a big gas tank. Over the next few weeks, we're gonna start transitioning into making sure that we can explode within that gas tank and recover quickly. So not only can we go for 25 minutes, but we can burst within that 25 minutes where we want to.
Wrestling.
Yeah, I think he's my second toughest test ever, next to Habib. But yeah, those three knockouts, Volkanovski, Holloway, Oliveira, yeah, legendary. So it's gonna make this win that much more spectacular.
Listen, one thing I know for a fact is that he never fought with someone like me. And the only thing that I want from Justin is to him to show up in the event, and I'm gonna do the rest. You know what I mean?
The UFC's Freedom 250 main event is heating up to be an exciting one. Two massive names in Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria will fight it out in the Octagon come June the 15th on the South Lawn of the White House in Washington, D.C. This event is easily one of the most massive, highly anticipated matchups in recent UFC history, and both men will be eager to come out victorious on fight night. We've already seen how both men have been sweating it out in training and trying to get the better of the other during promotional events. Topuria is already a massive betting favorite to win this fight, with odds makers placing the Georgian Spanish pound for pound number 2 undisputed lightweight champion minus 750 to minus 850, while Justin Gaethje enters the bout as a significant underdog at roughly plus 525 to plus 575.
Are you a fan of WWE?
I watched that my whole life, since my childhood. I started watching that when I was 8 years old. The people who say like wrestling is fake, bro, it's not fake.
All time on the table. The dog is dead.
I got RKO by Randy Orton, so my head is hurting so bad, man. Every time I got in this ring, I got my ass beat.
Now there's a reason why this is such an exciting matchup. As we just mentioned, Ilia El Matador Topuria is the undisputed lightweight champion, boasting a flawless 17-0 record. After clearing out featherweight legends like Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway, Topuria moved up to 155 pounds and captured the lightweight strap by knocking out Charles Oliveira.
Look at what happened with Ilia Topuria. Think about the guys that he's fighting. Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, Alexander Volkanovski. Blast all of them into orbit. If you're in that guy's division, what are you going to do? Right.
And the issue is Ilia's just getting to his prime.
And already one of the greatest of all time.
He's a fucking problem.
He's so smart, so disciplined, and completely focused. Great at everything. And the crazy thing is, didn't even start as a striker. Started as a grappler.
Crazy. Now, his toughest matchup is Armin Thurugil.
100%.
On the other side, Justin the Highlight Gaethje captured the interim UFC lightweight championship after a grueling 5-round war against Paddy Pimblett at UFC 324. This fight on June 15th will determine the absolute undisputed king of the division.
Justin marched forward and put it on him. It looked like the big brother, experienced brother, and the younger brother that got into MMA.
The uppercuts of Justin, even the fact that Paddy Pimblett was chewing Justin's leg up. I don't even think Paddy Pimblett understood how hurt Justin was.
Justin has this look on his face. You do something to him, he just kind of shrugged it off. Discourages you.
The only round that I felt that Paddy Pimblett possibly won was a...
Stylistically, this fight is an explosive dream for fight purists and casual fans alike. Topuria is a very dangerous fighter as he possesses some of the crispest, most devastating pocket boxing in the UFC. His signature right hand into a left hook combination is lethal, and he couples it with high-level Brazilian jiu-jitsu. As for Gaethje, he's widely regarded as the most entertaining and dangerous fighter in MMA history. He brings crushing power, legendary durability, and arguably the most destructive calf kicks the sport has ever seen. The technical narrative centers on whether Gaethje can chop down Topuria's planted boxing stance from the outside, or if Topuria's clinical explosive counter-striking will catch Gaethje in the pocket.
I think it's a banging main event. Justin Gaethje was always on this card. I think the holdup kind of was, we want to see what's going on with Ilia Topuria. Would he fight Islam?
$60 million going to be spent, and you're not going to have John Jones or Conor McGregor in there? What's really making this card is the most violent guy in the UFC against the former pound-for-pound king and Ilia Topuria. That's what's making this card the card.
It's crazy, these odds. They still have Justin at like a 4-1 underdog. The disrespect is there. Well, that's what we love to do. I like to go in there. We like to really silence the critics. So I love.
Another reason why this is so exciting and perhaps why Topuria holds the edge is because of the age gap between these two. At 37 years old, Gaethje is an established fan favorite legend of the sport. He has openly admitted to the media that he loves how scared he is of Topuria's power, embracing the underdog narrative.
I am excited to figure out the puzzle that is Ilia Topuria. He's a great boxer. His 2-3 is the nicest 2-3 I may have ever seen in this sport. He's a dangerous dude, so I'm excited.
Well, you are a plus 350 underdog.
Love it.
Yeah, you love it?
Absolutely. There's no doubt he hits hard. I obviously hit hard as well, but timing is everything. The reason his shots are so effective is because his timing is so perfect, and I'm going to have to disrupt that timing.
This is almost certainly Gaethje's third and final run at unifying an undisputed UFC world title, and Topuria is only 29. He represents the new, terrifying wave of modern MMA. Brash, undefeated, hyper-confident, and currently hunting down icons of the sport. Ilia Topuria has been closely studying Gaethje before the fight, and there's a reason why so many fans and experts believe that he's got it in him to beat the Arizona MMA star who became the oldest fighter to win a UFC lightweight title. Topuria has exuded confidence throughout the promotion for the fight. He knows he's the favorite and is ready to cause a heartbreak on June 15th. He's even gone so far as to share a knockout prediction for the fight.
How long do you think it lasts?
If he's not going to start walking backward, I'm going to knock him out in the first round.
It's America's birthday. I didn't think that the White House would want a non-American to knock out an American in the main event on the White House lawn.
Unfortunately, I know that I'm going to win. I'm going to win in fashion. I'm going to knock him out in the first round. Justin Gaethje, he's a legend in the sport. I can't wait to share the octagon with him.
And we also had the pre-fight press conference where a calm and composed Topuria once again spoke highly about him being the one chosen to fight on the White House card against Justin Gaethje. He didn't share a prediction or warning to Gaethje on the fight. With a wry smile, he simply demanded that Gaethje show up as he plans to do the rest. This is the level of confidence a champion needs, and Topuria is already showing why he's the A-side going into this fight.
Obviously, a lot of people were vying for this spot, being side A of this historic card. I guess, what does it say about you that the UFC is trusting you for such a marquee event in a historic moment?
Mira.
una oportunidad tremenda, una cartelera histórica. ¿Qué dice de ti que el UFC te puso básicamente como estelar para esto?
Honestly, I don't know what it says about me. I'm just so grateful with the UFC and with Dana, with everyone that was involved in this event that gave me this huge opportunity. And the only thing I can say is thank you, and I really appreciate it.
And standing opposite you is Justin Gaethje, obviously one of the most, maybe the most exciting fighter that has ever stepped into the UFC octagon. What are you expecting from Justin, and how can you possibly prepare for someone where a lot of their opponents just don't look the same after fighting Justin?
Listen, one thing I know for a fact is that he never fought with someone like me. And the only thing that I want from Justin is to him to show up in the event, and I'm going to do the rest.
As for Gaethje, he didn't show that he's intimidated in the least by Topuria's statements. He described fighting on the White House lawn as an absolute dream come true, noting the crazy journey from his rural origins to representing his country on such a massive stage. Emphasizing his readiness to put everything on the line, Gaethje stated he intends to throw missiles and look for a knockout, regardless of the outcome. Furthermore, he acknowledged Ilia Topuria as his second toughest career test behind Khabib Nurmagomedov, praising Topuria's legendary 3-knockout run against top-tier champions, while noting it will make a victory against him even more spectacular.
Obviously, everyone wanted this main event spot. You're the American in this historic card at the White House. You essentially manifested this. In January, you said beat Patty, unify against Ilia. You got what you wanted. I guess, what are the emotions now before this historic event?
Yeah, it is an absolute dream come true. From where I come from, we all come from somewhere, but I come from the middle of nowhere, and to represent this country on this level at this moment in my career is something that I could have never dreamt of. My first fight ever was outside, and one of my last fights will be outside. So it's a crazy life. I'm gonna be so ready. I'm so ready to put it on the line. I don't give a fuck if he beats me, doesn't beat me, doesn't matter. I'm coming in there and I'm gonna try to knock this motherfucker out. I will be throwing missiles on the White House lawn on June 14th. I promise you that.
And, you know, a lot of people say this run that Ilia's on might be the best 3 wins we've ever seen in the UFC. You fought all of the great lightweights of the world. How does Ilia stack up compared to your past opponents?
Yeah, I think he's my second toughest test ever, next to Khabib. But yeah, those three knockouts, Volkanovski, Holloway, Oliveira, yeah, legendary. So it's just going to make this win that much more spectacular.
Many experts have shared their opinions and predictions for the fight, but perhaps the most interesting takeaways came from none other than Joe Rogan. Rogan sees Ilia Topuria as a dangerous fighter and clearly believes he's the favorite in this fight. In his discussion with Brendan Schwab, Rogan highlighted how he blasted featherweight and lightweight icons Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, and Alexander Volkanovski into orbit. Schwab noted that Topuria is just entering his prime and is already one of the greatest of all time. He described Topuria as incredibly smart, disciplined, completely focused, and exceptionally skilled at everything. Rogan emphasized that despite starting as a grappler, Topuria has developed devastating striking. Ultimately, Rogan framed Topuria as such a terrifying problem that a Gaethje victory would rank among the sport's greatest upsets.
Look at what happened with Ilia Topuria. Think about the guys that he's fighting. Think about Max Holloway. Think about Charles Oliveira. Think about Alexander Volkanovski. And he has blasted all of them into orbit. All 3 of them. First guy ever to stop Max. It's like, if you're in that guy's division, what are you going to do? Especially at 45. I don't know what it's going to be like at 55. Obviously, the Oliveira fight was a one-punch knockout, but
that was such a bad knockout.
Crazy knockout. But when you see him and Justin next to each other, you're like, whoa, Justin is quite a bit bigger.
Just a big cat.
He's quite a bit bigger.
That's a tough fight.
It's a different fight than Oliveira. It's different. But fuck, then you see what Oliveira was able to do to Max. You're like, good Lord. Like, Oliveira's a fucking beast,
he looked phenomenal.
And he couldn't do none of that to Ilia.
Yeah, the only thing with all that is, like, the 55 division, no one's in their prime. Like, Charles is in his prime when Ilia beat him. Justin's definitely not in his prime. Max is in his prime. They're all good. They're fucking good, but not prime.
Right.
And the issue is Ilia's just getting to his prime.
Just getting to his prime.
Surging.
And already one of the greatest of all time.
He's a fucking problem.
Yeah, he's so smart and so disciplined and so like completely focused and
Good at
dialed
everything.
in. Great at everything.
Great at everything.
Great at everything. And the crazy thing is, didn't even start as a striker.
Crazy.
Started as a grappler.
Crazy. Now, his toughest matchup is Arman Sarukian. That's the motherfucking fight.
100%. He's the compelling matchup for Ilia. If Ilia gets past Justin. If Justin beats Ilia, it is not only one of the greatest upsets of all time, it is one of the greatest caps to a career of all time. Like, if he, all through what he's been through, wins the interim title, wins the BMF title, if he does that and caps his career off, you go, fuck yeah, dude. Way to go out.
Schwab and Rogan further talked about the fight and the importance for Gaethje winning this one. They admired Topuria's craziness and terrifying psychological confidence, calling him a psychopath for knocking opponents into the shadow realm. They further noted his charismatic appeal, stating he checks every marketing box with his beautiful Spanish accent. Most notably, they highlighted his custom of organizing a massive celebration dinner the night before his fights. They described this pre-planned victory partying as an absolute mind game that messes with opponents while they scroll social media in their hotel rooms.
He beats Ilia Topuria at UFC Freedom 250 in front of Donald Trump. He's the only American that gets the belt. It's bigger. It's beyond just MMA UFC.
Yeah.
Miracle on Ice, fuck off. This is, imagine the headlines, dude.
Yes. And
Now,
if he beats that guy
bro,
in his prime who's knocking everyone into the shadow realm, he says to Charles Oliveira, I'm sorry it has to be you. Has a celebration party the night before the fight.
Had a party.
Was
drinking wine and shit?
No, he wasn't.
Was he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's drinking wine.
No, I think it was water.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he's drinking wine. Imagine that fucking psychopath. And he gets starched.
Yeah, and he's got that beautiful fucking Spanish accent.
Yeah, dude, just
Bro,
checks all boxes.
Checks all the boxes.
It's such a tough fight for Justin, but I'm rooting for Justin. I love both of them. But just for the sheer fact of, again, I like chaos. At that, in front of the weird elites watching the fight, you don't know what the fuck's going on. It's going to be great if Justin pulls it off.
Yeah, if Justin pulls it off, it'd be one of the greatest upsets of all time, one of the greatest victories of all time. And if he does just retire, Topuria plans to celebrate before the Gaethje clash at the White House. Of course he's going to celebrate.
Whatever he's doing.
That's his move, whatever he does.
He's doing it again.
Massive celebration dinner the night before his lightweight bout. We're going to celebrate before the fight. Actually, we have everything organized. My team is already taking care of that. That's a mind fucking and a half when you're in your hotel room, you know, and you're just fucking scrolling on Instagram thinking about 24 hours from now you're going to be fighting, and you're like, what's this asshole doing?
Bro.
Oh, he's fucking standing on top of a table dancing.
That's how sure he is he's going to beat the fuck out of you.
He's eating spaghetti and fucking doing a salsa dance. Like, what the fuck are you talking?
If Justin Gaethje has any hopes of winning this fight, he's got to stay away from social media and not let Topuria get to his head. The pre-fight presser was already a minefield where Topuria managed to portray himself as the top dog. The experts too seem to now favor him and give Gaethje a negligible chance of winning. The guys on the Jackson podcast didn't hesitate while sharing their predictions for the fight. Topuria is seen as the far superior, strategically sound fighter who can box and end fights in a knockout. Topuria is portrayed as a surgical, hyper-strategic athlete with untargetable boxing precision and a rhythmic cadence. They noted that his lack of telegraphed movements and devastating one-shot power make a knockout highly probable. Conversely, while acknowledging Gaethje's high fight IQ, they expressed concern over the damage he took against Paddy Pimblett. Ultimately, they picked Topuria to win by knockout because of his incredible timing and knack for positioning himself to finish fights, rendering him the most complete pound-for-pound fighter on the roster.
One of the main goals of this podcast, I wanted to walk through the UFC White House card. I want to get Mighty's opinion with Bisping, and I want to see what you guys think, who would win and why. Kick it off with the champion, Ilia Topuria, fighting for the lightweight title against the interim title champion, Justin Gaethje. Mighty Mouse, what do you think?
I like that fight. I think it's a great fight. I think, after spending a little bit of time with Justin Gaethje at the Celebrity Football, the way he was fighting Paddy Pimblett, I was kind of confused. It's like you kept circling this power. Then when you talked to him, he was like, he didn't hit hard. Paddy doesn't hit hard. He can't kick. His footwork sucks ass.
Jesus.
So
yeah, that's why I just kind of went,
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, well, all right. And then, him fighting Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is probably one of the most technical, sound athletes that I've seen in mixed martial arts, meaning that his cadence of a rhythm when he boxes, when he hits pads, everything he does is like strategic, right? And so
It's also surgical.
Surgical.
The precision is perfect. There's no telegraph. There's no openings.
Yeah.
He sets things up. The
Yeah.
timing is ridiculous.
Yep.
You know, and then of course combine that with the power that he has. I mean, one shot is truly all it takes.
Yeah, and you know, Ilia Topuria can take a shot, and there was me talking to Justin Gaethje about that. So when I talked to him about that, I never want to give. I feel like every athlete has a high IQ, but when you actually get a chance to talk to them and see like, why did you circle that, right? Like, oh, you took that option because you knew he didn't have an answer for you there. So he's gonna sit back, look at what Ilia Topuria does well, which is everything, and he's gonna find out where can he fight him. You know what? I think if I'm not rolling dice, if I have to make a pick, I got Ilia Topuria winning by knockout because that's just what he does. And I know Justin Gaethje, is Justin Gaethje going to wrestle? Is he going to kick? I'm not sure what he's going to do, but I know Ilia Topuria is going to get himself in a position where he can knock out Justin Gaethje.
This fight presents itself to be an exciting one. With it being at the White House with the US president watching from the sidelines, Justin Gaethje has a heavy burden on his shoulders. He's going to fight a man who's seen as a major threat and absolute psychopath. And with the age not being on his side, he's going to have to give it his all come June the 15th. But what do you think of this high-stakes MMM fight? Can Justin Gaethje cause the upset American fans will be desperately hoping for? Let me know in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.